Hey, my loves, it is definitely time for another GLP1 maintenance update. I have been on maintenance for a little over a month now. So I've been on my GLP1 journey for a total of about 18 months. And yeah, it'll be 19 months on the 21st of February. This is month 2 on my GLP1 maintenance journey. I have not reached the full 2 months just yet, but it will be soon. So I am Sheep, by the way. Pleasure to meet y'all. If I haven't met you yet, welcome to my channel. I have lost a total of 81 pounds, and now I just want to focus on pretty much maintaining my weight loss, okay? And so I'm gonna tell y'all like how everything has been going. If you want to, you could always go back and watch all of my other videos. I've been on Tirzepatide. I started off on Semaglutide, did 6 months, lost 40 pounds, and I lost the remainder of the weight on Tirzepatide. So after that 6 months, I switched to Tirzepatide, okay? And like I said, I've lost a total of 81 pounds. So my weight has been actually fluctuating a bit, which is normal. You hold water weight sometimes. Women, we have that time of the month. Sometimes we are building muscle and stuff like that by working out. Sometimes our diets are different. Like, there's a lot of different factors that will have an impact on your weight kind of toggling a little bit. And then you also notice that in the morning you weigh less than you do in the evening. Well, it depends, but everybody's sleeping schedule is also different. I weigh myself in the morning, but not every day. Okay? And so my weight has still been fluctuating between 113 and about 115. 113 and 115. It was 113 and 118. So in the last video, I told y'all I was going to be doing my injection every other week, which is still twice a month. Okay, so that changed up this time. I might switch back up to that, but I'm going to tell you why I kind of waited a full 2 weeks. So I said once every other week, and that's what I had been doing. But I had been sick for a month with some type of respiratory illness. After that, it just took time to get like my tummy back right, like my appetite. My appetite was not it, okay? It was not giving what it needed to give in that moment. And so your girl was actually still losing, even when not doing an injection, even when not on a week of my injection. So I went ahead and went 2 weeks without doing an injection instead of once every other week. I went a full 2 weeks without doing an injection because I started to drop below that 113. And so I was like, yeah, we can do that. But it was just because I had been sick and my body was still adjusting. My appetite was still smaller than what it had been. It is, by the way, I'm not having much food noise at all. So y'all, I ain't even gonna lie, we gotta work on that because we can't have that. It is important that you are eating enough. And so right now, that is my struggle. It's just from a whole month sick and not really being able to eat, like having a whole sore throat. I had like laryngitis. I had a sore throat. I had a respiratory infection, so I was coughing all the time. I was having breathing issues because it was exacerbating asthma symptoms. And so, yeah, the appetite just wasn't there. So we just really slowly, all you could do is just build it back up. Because when I eat, if I just overeat, I will be like, ugh. It will make me feel like nauseous or sick from overeating. So what I've been doing is like I'll have like whatever I'm gonna eat. I'm still fasting, doing intermittent fasting. And you all know I started doing that even before I started on GLP-1s. And so yeah, I'm actually still fasting. And what I do is I tend to not eat after about, I want to say 7 p.m. It used to be like 6 or 7, just depending on what I had going on. But so now it's usually about 7. I'm not eating anything else, and except for when it's like special occasions and I got something going on. I tend to eat a little bit later. Like, if I'm meeting up with people and stuff like that, I tend to eat later. And so that next day, I just wait a few more hours before I actually break my fast. So I tend to stop eating at 7, and then I tend to eat maybe around 1. Not really 12. I want to say, yeah, about 1. And I have to really be on myself because I straight go to 2 without even realizing it. But intermittent fasting has been really good to me. I think that's why I have been so successful on my journey, y'all. Because I was still kind of losing even when I wasn't doing the injection. I went ahead and went 2 weeks with no injection, and then it kind of toggled back up to 115. And it's been going between 113 and 115 instead of 113 and 118, which is fine. So basically, I'm still within a similar range as I was weight-wise. I have not, like I said, had a lot of food noise. I'm trying to just slightly build it up a little bit. I'm still focusing on protein. In addition to the intermittent fasting, I'm still focusing on protein because when you're on this journey, you do tend to lose a lot of muscle. So that's why it's important to focus on protein. And also you lose better that way too. Well, at least for me, I did, focusing on protein, making sure that I not only had water, okay, adequate amounts of water, but electrolytes. You want to make sure that you do not leave out your electrolytes. You need to have something that, like with water, you're just going to pee that right on out. But if you have electrolytes, then some of that fluid can stay within you. You don't want to hold like too much water, obviously. Like when I was sick, y'all, I had to get 3 bags of IV fluids, and you don't want to have to even experience that. Make sure you have enough water as well as electrolytes, okay? As far as what you're drinking. And if you're gonna drink a little, like small cup of juice, maybe once in the morning or something like that every day, then if it's not like Gatorade Zero and it's like real fruit juice, like orange juice or something like that for your vitamin C, that is fine. Just make sure you're drinking enough water to kind of combat that sugar, okay? Because sugar just kind of builds up in our bodies, and we don't want that. As far as sugar, I want to tell you about that. I would think I want something sweet, and even now I've been in maintenance a little over a month, and I will get something sweet, bite it, and y'all, I do not be on it. I don't be feeling it like that. Like it do not be busting to me the way sweets once did. So, you feel me? So, yeah. The journey is journeying. Maintenance is going well. Pay attention even when you're in maintenance, just as you did when you were still doing your injections weekly. You still want to pay attention to your body. You still want to pay attention to your weight going up and down. There's a lot of things you want to focus on. And definitely, I recommend that y'all be moving your body, going walking, getting on a treadmill, getting on an exercise bike, doing some type of exercise throughout your journey because you will have to deal with some loose skin. And if you don't exercise at all, you are probably going to have a lot more loose skin than what you would have had you move your body. You feel me? And that includes like maybe some light weights or something you want to be doing, a little bit of like muscle building. Always talk to your doctors, I can't really like tell y'all like what to do, but I do recommend that if you are able to and your doctor approves that you do some type of exercise, okay? So that really helps combat that loose skin, the amount of loose skin that you would have. And it will also, in the end, once you hit maintenance, that exercise is going to be what helps you tighten up that loose skin as well, in addition to maybe taking some supplements and drinking your water, just staying active and not overeating, not taking in too much sugar and things like that. You will really want to make sure that you are not neglecting your exercise. That is very, very important. And plus, once you get all fine, child, you want to tighten up a little bit. something that I've been forgetting to tell y'all is that I still do my lipo-C injections every week, 3 times a week. I do 100 units, which is 1 ml. So I'm still doing my lipo-C. And although last week I did not do my injection, I went on and waited another week, I still did my lipo-C injections. I truly believe, even though you can't like spot reduce, like when it comes to like working out, you know how people say focus on this type of exercise and it will do this and that and the other. I do find, like with my body, that if I do particular exercises, it does seem to help specific areas more than others. But y'all know that if you work out, it's gonna come off wherever it wants to come off. But that's why I was saying muscle building, like using some weights to actually like, like get fine, like tone it up, you know what I'm saying? And then as far as the lipo-C, it is actually helping tighten up loose skin. And my tummy steadily is going down and down and down. Okay? I only do my injections alternating side to side on my tummy. Lipo-C is a lifesaver. I do get my lipo-C from AC peptides along with my Tirzepatide. And as I always tell you, if you're a beginner, I do not recommend you mixing peptides in the beginning. I do not. Get familiar, do get with like a telehealth company like I did when I began. I was with Minute MD at first, but y'all can go through like orderly meds and they will have y'all all set. It's so easy because the pharmacy will send you your medication, and all you got to do is just take the vial, put the amount you need, in the little insulin needle, and then boom, inject. And then also what I want to tell y'all, I'm still doing my injections in my tummy. I alternate. Tummy and thigh alternating is a winner for me. And the day I discovered that I did not always have to stick to my tummy, I was so happy. I've never done my own. Just my tummy and my thigh. Okay, so wherever you focus the lipo-C injections, it seems as though they do kind of tailor to that area and kind of help it shrink down like the fat. Okay, so y'all do your research, look up what lipo-C is if you are interested. But I did not start lipo-C until about I think I was like a year, maybe a little over a year after being on my journey. So sometime maybe I believe it was after July. But I was well into my journey for at least a year, y'all, before I began lipo-C. I do not recommend starting it unless your doctor suggests it. Don't start it too early because you're going to use that as like a little tool. That's going to be another tool in addition to your GLP1 medication. And you're going to you don't want your body to get like too used to it. Just like if you dose up too fast and, you kind of reach the highest dose like really quickly, and then you just can't lose no more weight. So take your time dosing up. If you're on a dose that's working for you, stay on that dose until you need to go up again. And then also for the lipo-C, I don't recommend starting it too early. But baby, she is happy with where she's at, and maintenance is pretty much going great. You heard me? It is going great. So y'all, let me know down below in the comments how your journey is going. I hope that you will show this video some love, how I love y'all like that. And also share with someone you love, someone that you know is interested in losing weight, somebody that may already be on this journey. Sharing is caring, like I always tell y'all. Don't forget to chat it up with your girl down below in the comments because I just love y'all so much. I love chatting it up with y'all. So do that. Please subscribe to my channel and join the tribe. I need to have y'all in my life. And follow me on social media. I'm pretty much on everything. I'm not that active on Twitter. TikTok is kind of a little different. It's odd ever since they took it down and put it back up, but I'm still there. And then I'm on Instagram and Facebook, and I am on Pinterest. So it's here. I'm chic on everything, y'all. Okay? Okay, y'all, we had a little scare. Even though these tariffs and stuff are kind of making prices go up, I actually received my last few packages. I actually received them without, because I guess maybe I ordered in time for that not to impact me, but I received them without having to pay anything additional. You know, he rescinded that the very next day. It is so much going on in all these politics, but you got to keep on living life. You got to keep on doing what you got to do. So don't stop. Don't get discouraged. That just allows you to have to overthink, and negativity starts coming into play, and you don't want that. So I know for some of you are already struggling with mental health issues. Y'all know I have a background in mental health, so that's why I'm always doing posts and like doing like a mental health check and stuff like that with y'all, because some people don't have others to like really check in on them and that really care about them. But y'all, like, it's just something in me that is like part of my calling. It's like, you know, like educating others on mental health, different illnesses and things like that, what comes along with those illnesses, and what you can do to get through situations if you have a loved one and if you happen to suffer from specific illnesses and whatnot. So we don't judge here, we listen. And then when I'm educating, y'all listen and I'm educating. But I'm going to definitely get back into my Let's Talk discussions on narcissism, narcissistic relationships in general. Yeah, because y'all seem to miss those. And a lot of y'all message me saying, when you gonna do them? When you gonna do them? Because they help me. So I gotta add value to y'all lives. If I'm not doing that, then ain't no reason for me to be here. So I love y'all. Keep your head up, okay? Don't get discouraged. Try to think about positive things. Try to focus on what you need to do. Don't stop. If you are having any difficulties, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them down below in the comments. And your girl got you. I gotta have y'all. You feel me? I gotta have y'all. Y'all are the best. You feel me? Y'all are so super positive and uplifting. Just like I do for y'all, y'all do for me. And that enables me to be here for y'all, just to continue putting out these videos, sharing this journey. Your girl loves y'all so very much, but I gotta let you go. I can't keep you all night. I can't keep you all day. So your girl Chic is gonna holler at y'all later. Like I said, don't forget to ask your questions down below in the comments. If y'all are like stuck or having a little bit of struggles on your journey, I can kind of chime in a little bit. And so yeah, but I'm gonna holler. Y'all have a nice night. Pay attention to what's going on around you, but don't allow it to take over your mind and just take over you, okay? Keep your good hearts, okay? It is important that your heart be right. Don't let nobody change your heart posture. All right, my loves. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Ew.